6 generations of the Bowser family have worked their farm in Argaty since 1916. But after realising that grazing livestock had depleted the natural habitat, the family decided to restore and reconnect habitats, as well as create new ones, to benefit a range of species, from pollinators to birds and bats to beavers, for generations to come.
So Argaty has been in my family since 1916. It's always been run with two aims in mind. So the first is to try and produce food sustainably, and the second is to try and make our home as good a home as possible for nature. Most recently we rehomed families of beavers from conflict areas, moving them to ponds on the estate. That's been a huge thing for us, and we're already seeing, even in the early stages, some significant changes that they're bringing which are really improving the landscape, particularly in the harsh face of climate change. So our project is about improving the quality of the waterways, creating riparian habitats which have been lost all across Scotland really. Through the project we are fencing off just over a hectare of waterways of the Argaty Burn, which is a tributary of the River Teith. We're planting up loads of native broadleaf species. It will improve water quality by keeping livestock back from the burns. It will improve the stability of the banks by putting trees in so their roots will strengthen the banks, and it will benefit a load of other species because the trees will be here giving shade to the water in heatwave summers, bringing insects closer to the water for the species that feed on them. But I suppose most importantly for us, we'll be creating habitat for the beavers here as they start to spread out and colonise the rest of the estate. That's the big aim of this waterway side of it. The trees we are planting are ones that would traditionally have been found in wet areas all over the country. So we're really trying to restore them, and the one that I suppose I'm most excited about is aspen, which is I think the most deforested tree in Scotland, but also supports the most biodiversity. So the aspen that we're planting here will be the first to have grown on this estate for generations, I would imagine, and it's really exciting to be bringing that back. When we boiled it all down, the Nature Restoration Fund was the only fund available that allowed us to do all the things we wanted to do in one go and make an immediate impact for nature. We are still a working farm on Argaty. We're a sheep and beef farm. With it, really, what we've tried to do is we've tried to do the nature restoration on the parts of the farm that really weren't much good for agriculture, so our policy has always been to try and set them aside and do something better with them for nature. So farm the best bits hard and do something else with the rest. Where we sit in the catchment, I hope this will bring big benefits to others downstream of us by slowing flows, which is going to be more and more of a problem in some of the wet years. So we're probably doing this more for my daughters and future generations than for ours. That's kind of the exciting thing about this, is that we're putting this in and we don't really know what it'll become in the fullness of time, but we know it'll be better and richer. We're just kind of laying the groundworks for it just now.